Hey guys, it's Cal with the Lighting Doctor. I hope you guys enjoyed all our do-it-yourself landscape lighting videos on YouTube and have taken advantage of our try it before you buy it kit. Another thing that we offer to help make your landscape lighting project as easy and straightforward as possible is our free landscape lighting consultations, where you can actually send me directly pictures of your property at cal@lightingdoctor.ca, and I'm going to review those and give you a video presentation of the best kind of lights to use, the best positioning, and the best way to go about your project to make it as easy and simple as possible for you. So to get your free consultation video, just email me at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and I'll get back to you with your own video presentation. In the meantime, go and check out a bunch more of our videos on YouTube and our resource page at lightingdoctor.ca, and I look forward to all your guys' comments and questions. Thanks for watching. In this project we're using uplights and path lights, and what we've done is we've just chosen to use 3 path lights on this rock stepway here, and we've basically got one back there, we've got one here, and then we've got one over there. So we've just kind of put them on both sides. We don't need a whole ton. We've spaced them about 12 to 15 feet apart, and that's going to give us plenty of light just to make sure that these steps are well lit, and that we're really featuring and focusing these nice rock features that they've put in place here. Okay, so step 1 in installing a landscape lighting system is really just determining what kind of lights you want to use. On average, you're typically going to be using either an uplight or a path light for 90% of your project. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer, it's your first time, I would recommend getting a good quality fixture, like an uplight like this, that takes an MR16 bulb like this, that you can go and you can interchange if you need to. So a good LED bulb will last you, anywhere from 10 to 50,000 hours depending on the quality. And the reason I like doing that is because if you install the light and you don't think it's bright enough or it doesn't look quite the way you want to, you can go and change that bulb out later with a brighter intensity one, a wider degree, and whatnot. And same thing with path lights. You go get a good quality LED path light that you can change the intensity down the road if you don't like the way it looks. So that's why I recommend a good quality light with a drop-in bulb like this, because then you can go and make changes after the fact. Okay, so step 2, after you've chosen all your lights, you got to choose your transformer. Now your transformer is going to be based on how many lights you have. So to keep this simple, say you've chosen to use 10 uplights on your project, and each one of those uplights takes 5 watts to run. So if you add that up, 10 times 5 is 50 watts, and you always want to size your transformer at least 10 to 20% more than the actual wattage of all of your lights. So if we need 50 watts, I'm going to recommend a 60 watt transformer or higher to make sure that we can power all those lights. And then from there, you can determine where to run all your wire out to each and every fixture. One thing I do recommend is, if you can, try and mount it on a good 4x4 post. All that'll do is that if you ever decide to move it or change things around, you don't have a bunch of holes in your house that you've mounted it to. The other thing to consider too is you want to place it somewhere that's going to be close to your GFCI receptacle, so that you can plug that in. And I would highly recommend getting like a weatherproof box like this for your GFCI receptacle, so that when you plug it in, you can keep all the water and the elements out. So once you've got your lights selected and your transformer selected, the next step is just to go around and start placing all your lights so that you can run out your wire. Usually I'll just dig a small hole, place my ground stake, and then try and get a rubber mallet so that you can hammer that light fixture in there, nice and solid in the ground. Especially when it comes to path lights that are going to be standing up, you want to make sure those are level and that they're not going to get knocked over. So go do that with all your lights, place them where you think they're going to want to go, and then you can start running out your wire. Now that I've got all my lights placed around the property, I'm just going to go and run the wire above ground to it, starting from my transformer, running it out to all my lights. And at every light, this is one thing I'd highly recommend, is leave yourself some extra wire just in case you want to move that down the road. If you ever need to make repairs or anything down the road, it's way easier if you've got extra wire to work with. So go ahead and run all your wire out from each and every fixture all the way to the end, and then from there you can start wiring your lights together. So even before you go ahead and bury all your wires, something you might want to do is just plug your lights all back into the transformer, get them wired in, and test them and make sure that all your connections are working properly. If not, then you might have to go and redo some. But once you go around and you test it and all your lights are working, that's when you can go back and you can start to bury everything. And even before you do that, you might want to adjust your lights. Most of the lights you're going to use are going to be adjustable in some way or form, and you want to get those angled however you have in your plan to highlight whatever feature it is that you want. A general rule of thumb is whatever angle you think you need, I would always try and put it a little bit higher or more upright. So if you think you need to aim it like this, I would probably try and aim it like this. Just as a general rule of thumb, I usually find you need to aim it a little higher than you actually think you do. And I would also recommend trying to make most of these adjustments at night when you can actually see what that light's going to look like on that feature that you're trying to access. So that's pretty much it. You know, first step is choosing your lights. Second step, making sure you have the right size transformer. Third step is going and placing your lights. Then your fourth step is you want to go and run all your wire out. Your fifth step is making all your connections. Your sixth step is going and adjusting all your lights, making sure they're working, making sure that's where you want them. And then the final step is burying all the wire. Once you've done that, you can go and set your controller to auto and let your system run. So one last thing I will talk about is if you want to even make your system a little bit better and make it a smart Wi-Fi system, an easy way to do that, this is one that we use. It's called a Wion Outdoor Wi-Fi Timer. There's lots of smart plugs like this. The reason I like this one is just it's easy to use. You just plug it in and go. It has its own app. It's compatible with Amazon Alexa, and it's designed to sit outside. And basically all you do is take this out of the box, plug this into your GFCI receptacle, and then plug your transformer into this and follow the steps to set it up. And then you just have to put your transformer in the on position and let this be your timer and your switch that you can turn on from Wi-Fi from anywhere in the world, as well as it's got about 7 different programmer options.